Hello, and welcome to episode 43 of Live Day Trading.
Let's get into it. What is up, everybody? Michael Silva here. Welcome to another episode of Live Day Trading. This is the series where I take you into my computer and trade live on the Webull desktop software. If this is your first time here,
high five!
If you've been here before, make sure to
Smash that like button.
In today's episode, I traded ticker symbol BABA. That's Alibaba. I was planning on trading a little bit more today. However, I mentioned that because of how I entered this trade, I didn't feel comfortable or confident enough in myself to continue throughout the day. So I limited myself to this one trade, which you'll see I didn't enter into it all too well. I was a little impatient. I should have waited. It did end up playing out how I expected, so I made a little bit of profits, but overall kind of gave me a bad feeling. So I just called it quits for the day with a small win. And that's the thing about trading. If you feel like anxious or you really want to get into a trade to make money, the market's not going anywhere. You need to be patient entering into positions. The longer you wait, typically, the better position you can get into. Chances are, you're never gonna really nail it on the head every single time. So you might as well just let it play out. Now, the downside is if you wait too long, you might miss out on an opportunity, but you know what? Cash is a position just like entering into the stock market. So if you're not really certain and if you don't have a clear strategy of how it's gonna play out, you'll find yourself how I felt today, kind of feel a little shaken up about the trade. So I plan on tomorrow coming back a lot stronger. So let's go ahead and hop into today's episode and see how it played out.
Good morning. We are here at ticker symbol BABA, Baba, Alibaba. I just put in a short position at 89.82. Got filled a little late, thinking it's going to be going lower, at least retesting these lows of the day. I'm in for 200 shares. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing just a lot of movement to the downside. This big old gap down this morning came all the way up, but then got rejected and started keep on moving to the downwards. Kept on moving downwards, I should say. The MACD is bearish. It looks like it's increasing, just more bearish momentum. The stochastics isn't showing much. It's kind of looking like it might start curling over, so we might get a little bit of a bounce. So I think that this is going lower. I think that we had a little bit of a dead cat bounce here, and I think we'll see it hit new lows of the day, which was 89.06. I think we'll break that and we'll head down lower. So let's see how this one plays out. So that candle I just formed is a hammer candle. I'm thinking that there might be a bounce here. Not really much of a fan of that. So I think I'm gonna just stop myself out right above the green line right here, this VWAP at 190.55 if it goes up there. So I shorted an additional 200 shares right around here. So I'm short 400 and I did not stop out. Let me see here, 190. Yeah, so I didn't get stopped out here. So my average price right now is 197 cents. So I'm hoping that we see this pull back a little bit more. This almost had me, but I was busy shorting additional shares, and then I was going to just stop myself out if it went above there. I just wanted to be able to maybe take advantage of a deeper pullback, which it just did. So that's good, but now obviously I have more risk on the table. So we'll see. I will stop out if it does go above this point, 190. Now it's 665-ish. Looking at the chart, I need to give this thing some room to breathe. If I were to actually do 190.65, that I think, I wouldn't be like, it would be right above, it would be right below this candle, which wouldn't make much sense for a stop out position. That would me basically be just kind of giving up a little too early. We have the 8 SMA coming crashing down here. It's in bearish context. These are the ones that you gotta just be a little bit more patient on. I should have been more patient and got a better position inward. This candle that just formed though, that's that's an inverted hammer. That's not that great looking of a candle, but still it's coming off from this bounce point. So we'll see. I'm feeling a little sketchy on this position right now. Like I might get stuck in it. I would like to see it drop a low and maybe lower my position size now at this point. But the 8 period moving average just moved down further, so you know, it'd make more sense to have my stop loss a little bit more breathable, a little bit more room. Yeah, I didn't play this too good, but I'm still confident that I will come in positive for the most part, but I don't feel confident that I made that this was that good of a trade. So let's just see how it plays out. Okay, I feel a little bit more confident now. I did take some profits off the table, so now I'm only short 200 shares. So yeah, so I'm only 200 shares short, and I have a better position in right now, so I'm feeling a little bit more at ease on this trade. I sold 100 more shares, so now I'm only short 100 total. And I sold those in the profit, or in the green, so now let's just see if we can get that kind of drop to the downside. I'll let these last 100 kind of roll out. So as each candle forms, I'm going to move my stop loss just above. I'm gonna do white. It's like I'm waving the white flag, right? So as each candle forms, I'm gonna move it, my stop loss basically right above that candle. So for example, if this candle, the current one that's forming, if that was its high, this wick, this white line is gonna go right over here after that point. But as of right now, it's gonna be right here, just above this candle and the VWAP, and basically this candle too. So it's gonna be at 190.66, let's just say. So I get that set up. And then I just try to walk it downwards. Right now I'm taking a little bit more profit off the table, 20 shares at a time. So I just did 20 and another 20. So I will be short 60 shares in total. The reason why I'm doing this is because this right here will act as support, this area down here at the low of this candle, 89.06. So if it does come down here, which it closely did, you can potentially see a bounce point. And if you look at the MACD, yeah, it's still bearish, but it's also losing out on some volume here. So it might just see like a little bounce up and so forth. And I'd rather just take some profits here down towards the low till that point, instead of, maybe potentially getting stuck in the trade longer or waiting or whatever the case may be. But as you can see right now, it's kind of bouncing, so. I mitigated another 20 shares, so I'm short 40. All right, these ones I'm just gonna let play out now. Now, what's nice about being in this position, it's not a question of, making money. It's a question of how much money can I make in this trade. So if this does keep rolling over and more to the downside, I can just follow it down. And, sometimes that happens, but sometimes, most of the times for me, it just comes back up and stops me out. Okay, so that candle finished. So I move it basically to the high of that candle, which there's an orange line right there and the VWAP's right there. So I'm just gonna say 190. Gosh, it's like right close. So it's hard to say, but yeah, okay. I guess I gotta keep it right above the VWAP. So what makes sense here? I mean, what really makes sense is still being here. I mean, unfortunately, if I go here, it already reached above that, so I'll get stopped out. And you gotta kind of let this breathe because where it's placed. That's annoying. So let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna just say 190.55 would be the would be the stop out point. So I'll get that ready. Because that means then it has to break through the orange line, which is the 8 SMA, the VWAP, and the previous high of this candle. And if it breaks through all of that, you know, go ahead, stop me out. I'll take it. But I only have 40 shares short now, so I guess let's see here what we make of this. The MACD does look like it's starting to curl back. Let's see. It would be cool to just see this start like just busting down, but I didn't execute the trade too good. Or maybe I'm just being hard on myself. I don't know. That was 1 cent away from stopping me out. It might still come back up and stop me out, but that's pretty good. See if it can hold, and maybe we can see more of a push to the downside. That'd be nice. There we go. All right, yeah, that kind of just got stuck in there for 15 minutes, that little channel. But it does look like the MACD is curling, like it's gonna maybe see a little bit more pop to the upside. But I'm out of the position. Up $78 for the day. I'm gonna actually end it there on that note. I would probably have traded a little bit longer, but I didn't like how I entered this trade low and then entered in again, and then it went up on me a little bit more. I should have been a little bit more patient. So I'm gonna just call it quits and rethink it. I do not want to start my month off, creating, some bad habits. So up 78 bucks, I'll take it. Not too shabby. See you next time.